Well, this is the second time this season where we've had an extended road trip and come back and had a pretty quick or turnaround on the road, from the road to a home game. And for whatever reason, we haven't, to me, played great at home. And, kind of the conversation in the locker room was we just need to develop a killer instinct, right? I think that there were a lot of times in this game where we really could have pushed it from 6, 9, 11 to maybe 18, and just kind of let them hang around. And then all of a sudden, towards the end of the game, they started believing. And, it took a 40-minute effort. Obviously, I'm always pleased with a win. And I look at the stat sheet, and, offensively, we played really well. We shot 60% from the field, 50 from the three-point line. We held them to, I think the threes helped them or kept them in the game, but, 44%. It's just a game where I thought we really could have pushed it. And again, with the youth of this team and maybe just learning to play together, but we've got to kind of find that button and never let up.
Marcus, can you touch on that a little bit about just what it would mean to develop a killer instinct or how you go about doing it?
Yeah, as I look at this, our biggest lead was 14, and I feel like we could push that to a lot more.
It's in the first half.
Oh yeah, that was just the first half, but it's just gonna be a collective effort by all of us. We know what we gotta do. We just gotta come out and do it.
Derek, there were a lot of possessions in this game. It felt like where you'd go out for a shot, it would get altered, you'd get a rebound or whatever. It seemed like maybe last year you pass it out or whatever. This year you're going aggressive right back at it. Can you just talk about maybe some of the second efforts on these plays that you had today?
The second effort's huge. Obviously, they've been preaching that since I've got here. But I'm getting a lot stronger now, so it's easier for me to get the ball back and go at the rim again. But it's hard to guard 2 straight shots in a row, so whenever we miss, it's easy to get a rebound and put it right back in.
Coach, can you touch on that too, just the second effort of what he showed today?
Well, yeah, it's really hard when someone, we saw it a little bit even today. They were big. There's not a lot of teams that can match our size, and they can. And you can see how hard it can be when someone's big, has got a soft touch, and I think we've got 2 guys that do that. So it takes a lot to defend the first shot, and then having the ability to go get it again, is basically going to be a layup. And one of the things we preach defensively is don't forget to block out a shooter. And a lot of times, as a defender, you get so accustomed to defending till the shot goes up, and then you just kind of turn and hope it misses. And so we've got to continue just to track those down. The ball or the possession's not done until that ball goes through or they get it.
Marcus, you guys shot 60%, 50% from 3. How nice is it just to have a game like that, to see the ball going in at that rate?
I think we all knew we could do it. It just hasn't been happening lately, but I know that this will be a confidence booster for everybody in the locker room.
Derek, we asked you this, a couple days ago, but you guys played these guys last year and it didn't go your way. Does it feel nice to get this one, knowing what you experienced against them last year, or is it a different year? It doesn't really matter.
It feels nice to get it back, but at the same time, we feel we should win every game, so we can't be so caught up on last year as this year is more important to us. So just another game, we got to win.
You agree, Mark? You kind of nod in your head.
No, I just remember how bad last year went. So for me personally, this one meant a lot, and we just take it one game at a time. So focus on this one. Now we're getting ready for the next one.
For either one of the players, can you talk about what Dion has meant to you guys over the last 7, 8 games?
Dion's been huge. He's been scoring the ball well, but the big thing is he's been getting 7, 8, 9 assists, it feels like, every game. So obviously it's big for us when our 2 3-point guards get a bunch of 15 assists as a trio, that's huge for us. There's nothing that can match that.
Coach, just another quick turnaround for you, and you get a national champion coach on the other side. So what is that like for you to go up and match with a guy like Tubby Smith?
It's going to be special, and I'm going to ask Coach Smith this, and I don't know if he'll remember, but when he was at Kentucky, we were playing in the AAU game down in Hampton, Virginia. So what tournament is that? That's the they still have it, but it was in April, and I remember hitting a shot, and it was an and-one, and I kind of landed right by him, and I looked at him, and it was funny because we had a player from my area go to Kentucky a couple years prior to that. I think he was a senior when I was a freshman, Ryan Hogan, who didn't finish at Kentucky but won a national championship there with Coach Smith. So it's special for me. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Kentucky was a place that I'd considered going, and he probably doesn't remember, but I do.